Saying no isn't hard because you don't know how. It's hard because your nervous system remembers what no used to cost you. Hey, friends, welcome back to Unlearning the Good Girl. I wanted to start here today because I think that one sentence explains so much. So many women think their struggles with boundaries are about confidence. They tell themselves, I just need to be stronger. I just need to stop caring so much. I just need to get better at saying no. All of those I just need to's come up. And that's rarely the full story. Because if saying no feels physically uncomfortable for you, your chest gets tight, you have a racing heart, you start to panic, you have some overthinking, you feel guilt in your stomach, maybe your stomach drops, you replay the conversation afterwards. That's not weakness. That's conditioning. That's your nervous system remembering. And for many women, no used to come with consequences. Maybe you said no when you were younger and it led to tension or anger or withdrawal or someone making you feel guilty, saying nasty things, or someone telling you were selfish. Maybe you felt like your needs were inconvenient. Maybe your boundaries were just flat out ignored. Maybe you learned it was easier to keep the peace than to tell the truth. And what happens over and over? Your body learns that no is unsafe. And here's why this matters. Because now, as an adult, even when you know logically a boundary is healthy, your body still reacts like danger is near. I remember one of the first times I started practicing real boundaries, not the kind where I said yes and then resented it afterwards, but real boundaries. I remember saying no to something small and then feeling anxious for hours. Nothing bad happened. No one exploded. No one left. No major fallout. But my body felt like I had done something so wrong. And that taught me something. The struggle wasn't with the word no. The struggle was with what my body believed no meant. And really, that's going to change everything. Because if no feels like rejection, loss of love, conflict, being misunderstood, or disappointing people, of course it's going to feel hard. Of course you're going to overthink it. You're going to hesitate. And you're even probably going to cave at times. And you've probably done that. But hear me clearly, that's not failure. That's your wiring and that's information. Until you understand that, you'll keep making this about discipline instead of about healing. I work with a woman who once told me she could feel herself wanting to say no, and then she would hear herself say yes anyway, automatically. And afterwards, she would feel resentful, frustrated, confused. And she asked me several times, why do I keep doing this? The answer was simple. Because her body had learned that yes kept her safe. That's the pattern. We talk about the pattern all the time. That's what we want to change is the pattern. A lot of people are still using yes as protection. Yes protects them from disappointment, conflict, being judged or feeling like they're being judged, being misunderstood, being seen as difficult, or even being selfish or seen as selfish or told you're selfish. And here's the cost. Every time you betray your own no, you weaken trust with yourself. We talked about this in the last episode. It's the same thing. You can't make yourself trust yourself if you're always caving in and giving everybody else what they desire. Self-trust is not built in the big moments. It's built in the small ones. The moments where your body says, I'm tired, and you listen to it. You give it rest. The moments where your gut says, I don't want to, and you honor it. You don't say yes, you say no, that doesn't work for me. Thank you anyway. The moments where your truth says, this is too much, and you believe it. You back off, you delegate, you let other people handle things. That's how self-trust is rebuilt. Not perfectly, repeatedly. One little moment at a time. And I think one of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself is, what do I believe will happen if I say no? Sit with that. Will they be disappointed? Will they be angry? Will they pull away? Will they think less of me? Will I feel guilty? That question will tell you where the deeper work is. Because often the fear underneath is much older than the current moment. And you have to be willing to look at that. Because if you don't, you'll keep confusing old fear for present truth. It's where the work's at. Learning the difference between what feels unsafe and what actually is unsafe. That's how people change their lives. That's how they get the growth. If this episode brought something up for you, don't just leave it there. If you have not downloaded the Choose You Reflection Guide, do it now. Go to www.thankfulheartscoaching.com/choose you. Do it now. Don't finish the rest of this episode. Just go download it. For those of you that had, we could finish the episode with me. It will help you to start identifying the patterns you're uncovering in this series and what they may be costing you. And if something came up for you while you were listening today, email me. I'll help you through it. Email me at thankfulheartscoaching@gmail.com. Easy to remember. Just remember that the heart is plural, hearts. And before you go, sit with one more thing. What truth have I been silencing because saying it feels uncomfortable? Email me and tell me. Let me help you work through it. This is your work for this week. All right. I will see you next time.